Good evening and welcome to Tinkering with Heathkit. I thought it would be a nice time for a bit of a tube project again. Coincidentally, another Heathkit device popped up on eBay recently. This one here is a signal generator, model SG-8. It contains two tubes to create a wide range of RF signals and modulate it with an audio tone if requested. It features an output attenuator with 3 coarse steps and a fine adjustment trimmer. It also has a built-in 400 Hz tone generator that can be pulled from the output socket in one mode and accepts an audio input signal in the other mode. Both in and out levels can be adjusted with the same potentiometer. The RF range is from about 160 kHz to about 110 MHz. That is quite a range for such a tube device. Now let's see what's waiting inside. Oh yeah, there are 2 plugs provided for the old style Coax connectors, which is nice. They are getting a bit hard to find. The power cord needs replacing. I don't think I can find a socket that would fit the bent shape. Also, I might need to ground the device, seeing that it's a metal construction. The chassis should come out with removing the 2 screws in the rear. Something is stuck. A bit of persuasion is required. These 2 parts made tightly indeed. Oh, pretty! Hats off to the person who built this. Nice! I don't think I need to do much other than the usual cleaning of contacts and replacing of questionable capacitors. Oh, and that Selenium rectifier. I'll be putting in a diode instead. Brr, those might go poof! And after plucking out the tubes, removing the front panel. The dial needle is connected to the trim capacitor output. It is a geared shaft, so the knob provides a bit of fine adjustment. These old microphone connectors actually don't have a center pin. The wire just pokes through and is soldered in place. Essentially, you are butting up 2 solder blobs when you connect them. These are a bit more than just hand tight. Hang on. This calls for the big tools. What a clean device. It certainly needs minimal attention. The feet are not rubber anymore. I'll replace them. Cleaning the parts. The magic eraser is again the tool of choice. And while the front panel cleaned up A-OK, I'm not really happy with the rest of the case. Let's see what paint I have around. There, slightly brighter than the original, but who counts just how many shades of grey there are anyhow? This unit came from the UK, so the transformer is already set for 220 volts. I just need new filter caps and a new mains wire. New Y-class capacitors to replace the old ones. And not to forget that big electrolytic, a dual 20 microfarad one. With that huge chassis so close to the solder points, I had a hard time getting it loose. Eventually, I just gave up and cut the legs first. The ceramic capacitors are usually fine. I'll keep them. But there are also two rather suspect black and yellow ones. These get replaced. All replaced capacitors measured in at about twice their nominal value. Not uncommon to have plus 100% tolerance caps, but these should be tighter. The wafer switch is cleaned up okay. I tried to keep the wiring together as good as possible. Removing the switches would greatly disturb this piece of art. To clean the potentiometers, I open them up again. Also, the power switch needs a look. And I'm glad I did. Somehow it turns out that the contact spring was way out of shape and didn't make proper contact. I'm absolutely sure that I did not bend it during disassembly. And connecting the new mains wire. The replacement capacitors needed a bit of wire extension. the replacement diode for the rectifier. I'm using a 4004 here, which should be able to handle the voltage and the expected current just fine. I also keep the wires, just in case that something else presents itself. To keep the wire in check, I zip tie it to the screw that held the Selenium rectifier in place. And a quick function check to validate the power supply. Bringing up the voltage slowly. Looks good. Mounting the front panel again. And now adding the tube that drives the audio signal generator and checking in on that. Yes, that is a beautiful sine wave at about 460 Hz. Yeah, close enough to the expected 400, it is not a frequency standard after all. And the final piece, the main RF generator tube. And here we go. The output signal is not really a perfect sine wave, but you can see the AM modulation and the frequency changes with the adjustment capacitor. Validating the frequency output to make sure that the dial tracks and is at least in the right ballpark. Somehow band A is where band B should be, and band B is all over the place. Let's double check that. Ah! The coils are wired in wrong. A and B coils are reversed. and a new power socket. I don't have exact replacements for the feet, but these will do. And after closing the lid, electrical safety check, because I can. And that concludes this little project. I still need to check up on the RF generator because the lower end of the upper band is somehow stuttering a bit. This might be a project in itself. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next time! The dial needs to be connected to the... What? No, that doesn't say needs, that says needle. The dial needle is connected to the... Yeah, that makes more sense. Also, the power switch... The power switch needs a look. Yes, switch.